So in my previous video, I was saying that we have either seen the bottom already or we are very close to it. So it is not time to panic. That is also what I posted here on X, not time to panic in my opinion. We have either seen the bottom already or we are very close to it. I wonder how the whole tariff thing is resolved given this data, because we need some sort of resolution there to get the markets moving upward. Well, moments later, the markets did move upward. So what happened? Now, this is where I would say that it's either Trump is some super genius or it's just some wild coincidence. He paused the tariffs yesterday for a 90-day period where they will be having negotiations, but he maintained the 10% tariff. So 10% tariff worldwide, but he paused the reciprocal tariffs, the ones that go up to 30 and 40%. However, he did increase tariffs on China to 125%, saying that China retaliated against US tariffs. Now, some people are saying that he started the tariff war, but he is saying that he did not start it. He is actually retaliating to what has been done to the United States for so many years. So he's not actually starting it. He's just retaliating to what has been done for a very long time. China did retaliate to that retaliation, and it escalated from there. And now we are at 125% on Chinese goods. Now, here is what is interesting to me and what really makes me think he was planning this. Just about a day or two after the Liberation Day, when he announced these tariffs, he did say that no nation should retaliate because these are reciprocal tariffs and they are discounted reciprocal tariffs. So if you are retaliating, then you are actually retaliating to a retaliation. Many countries did not retaliate, but China did. And then he posted this, that China played it wrong. They panicked, the one thing they cannot afford to do. Now, played it wrong there, to me, in my understanding, is because he said do not retaliate, because if you retaliate, there will be escalation. And the one thing they cannot afford to do is because of China's deficit. So if you look here, you will see that China actually has about $270 billion worth of trade deficit with the United States. Now, historically, the deficit country mostly loses in a trade war, and they have a lot more to lose than the United States here. So, simply put, China is exporting more to the United States. If the United States tariffs those products and China also tariffs the products imported from the United States, who gets to lose here? Well, they all suffer, yeah? Everybody suffers in a trade war. But China will suffer more because they are exporting more than the United States. Now, a few days after this, as the markets continued to plummet, China and the United States were in this tug of war where they were both increasing tariffs, hiking and escalating the whole thing. Trump now posted this yesterday, where he increased the tariffs from 104% to 125%. I would actually say that he's being lenient here because the last time he hiked it by 50%. So he increased this to 125%. But just before this post, like 3 hours before this post, he posted this right here, that this is a great time to buy. 3 hours before he posted this one, increasing tariffs on China and pausing tariffs for every other country, and even dropping the reciprocal tariffs to 10%. Now, the 10% tariff is what he has been saying that he's going to impose on basically on all nations. So that's that. Now, a lot of people on social media might read this post and be like, Trump caved. But if you look at it carefully, you will see that he is getting everything he said he is going to get. He's getting everyone to the table to negotiate trade deals. He's getting the 10% tariff, which could bring in about $5 to $6 trillion worth of revenue over the next 10 years. He's continuing escalation with China and basically isolating China here. And this whole uncertainty could still move manufacturers into the US, so he's also getting that. And to top it all, he is still getting the markets to pump with the 10% tariff. So everybody has just forgotten about tariffs and they're pumping markets, while forgetting that he's getting the 10% tariff on basically all nations. And you can see it here where he said, I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lower reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%. So the markets pump still with this 10% tariff. When he hiked up the tariffs before, the markets plummeted. So now when he lowers them, the markets pump, but he still gets what he wants. So it's either some wild coincidence or this guy is quite literally a genius.